Okay, here we go. Well, we start with the graph of y equals x squared. Okay, here's our toolkit graph of x squared. With this on a set of x and y axes. And this is the function y equals x squared. If the red dot, which I haven't drawn in red, I will. Y'all shouldn't make me write with that short piece of chalk like that. Okay, ready? Okay, so there we have it. Now, where is the graph y equals x minus 4 squared plus 8? Where's the red dot going to be? Show me the x coordinate to the point where the red dot is going to be. Yeah. Okay. Wrote down a big statement last time in red. Of course, you didn't have the video, so you couldn't review it. The statement basically said, okay. Ever seen that? That probably had slightly different words, but it was in red. Okay. So is this of this form? Yeah, this is just an instance of this. What's the value of h? Everybody show me. No, it's actually 4 because there's already a minus there. Okay, some people have -4. That's good thinking, but there was already a minus, so there's a minus here. Okay, good. And what's k? Okay. Now on this graph, I want to find then the point. Okay, so this is this, right? Tell me then where the red dot is going to go. Okay, I'm going to start here. And you tell me where to stop when I'm far enough over. Okay, I'm going to go this way. Ready? Just raise your hand or throw something at me or whatever. Okay. So, okay. What's x right here? What's the x value right here? That's 2, right? Because this thing is 4 by 4. It's always 4 by 4 unless it isn't. Okay. And today I'll show you a little bit about why a lot of times it isn't. Okay, so move over to here, we're over 2, right? Well, we got to go to 4. So let me start again. Okay, maybe. Most people haven't. Okay, stay there. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. If this is 2, 2 more would be about here. Okay, so I would say we come over here. That's your h equals 4. Now what do we do? we've got to go up 8, right? Well, I'm not gonna make you stop me, especially since it's gonna be about here, okay? So I didn't plan real well when I wrote this here, but we go up 8 units. Let's just say 8 units is here. There's our red dot. Okay. Now we've got our red dot. It's gonna get sloppy, but you get the idea. Then we do a 4x4 square and we draw it gradually into it, right? Everybody understand that? Here's a simple rule. We've seen a lot about why, and you ought to go back and rewatch, at least scan through videos and look for the high points. Okay. So I think everybody will probably be okay on that one. Now, let's take this. I do want you to work this out. Will everybody expand that square? In other words, multiply everything out. Okay, now we did this last time, expanding this, okay? By expand it, I mean, write this out first as x plus 4 times x plus 4 minus 4. And then write this as x times x plus 4 plus 4 times x plus 4 minus 4. And what rule did I use here? This is the distributive law. This plus this times this is this times this plus this times this. That should be familiar to you. You might not have seen it for a year or two or a decade or whatever. Nobody's that old. Not even me. So see, this is what we mean. That's what x plus 4 squared means. It's not x squared plus 4 squared. It's this times this, and we use the distributive law to expand this. Again, x times x is, I'm going to write it out real in detail. I did this before, so you can look at the other video and see me do it with a slightly different. Okay, x times x times 4, 4 times x, 4 times 4 times 4, and then minus 4. And then you simplify that. It's x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16 minus 4. That comes out x squared plus 8x plus 12. Okay. Now you have to be able to do that. You have to understand the distributive law. I'll probably send out some optional problems that you can do to practice this. Okay. There's your example. And you can look at the video from last time if you want to look at this soon, because it'll be later this afternoon or evening before I can get all this posted. Okay. We did a very similar example, worked it out in detail last time. Same detail, just slightly different numbers. Okay. Now, what else we do? We solve this equation. Solve this equation. And we recognize this as a quadratic equation. We know that a quadratic equation has to be in the form. Let's write the quadratic formula over here. AX squared plus BX plus C equals 0. Has solutions x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. Okay. So there it is. Now, how do we apply that to this equation? First of all, we got to have an equal 0 there. Now this again should all be familiar. If you want an open math assignment to practice on, I can send you one in quadratic functions. But add 2 to both sides, we get x squared plus 8x plus 14. Okay, so write down what's the value of A, what's the value of B, what's the value of C, and put those values into the formula. Go ahead and simplify. If you got it in the formula, go ahead and do the arithmetic down to the point where you got to take a square root and stuff. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay, you got the quadratic formula written down?
on a different page, I'm sure.
I'm sorry.
On a different page, I'm sure, not this one.
Okay, well, it's right up there. B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4ac over 2a. Can you identify your A, B, and C? Put them in there. You do now. Yeah, good start. That's the right number. So if I think maybe, yeah, that number, sorry. Very good. You did good. Okay, you got A, you got B, you got C. Right up the quadratic formula, it's right there in the lower left. Okay, you got it. Okay, so just put these numbers into the formula. You can write it out here, you can write it out someplace else. Pretty much got it. It's all arithmetic from there. Okay. Very good. Did look at every number. Probably one of that eight is 2,000, 2,000. You gotta do the whole thing now. Let's see. First of all. That number in front of X squared. These are the number in front of X. Also, yeah, this equal to 0. Okay. So we had to add to it, was it should have been in there. Well. Yeah, you did get the negatives on the two. But see, there's a step below that, where is that x squared plus 8x plus 14 equals 0? And it has to be equal to 0 before you can use it. So you're on the right track. Once you've done one or two. A is a number in front of us. The numbers in front of us. Yeah, so A is one. Don't put it in. Other than that, just get. Put those X's in there, you're gonna make yourself do it. Okay, now pay careful attention. A couple of you putting X's into these things. Pay careful attention to what I say. Same thing I said last time, but it's worth repeating.